Hello everyone. For quite some time, I have been trying to understand how Google Chrome release or update process is like, and why was it a topic of interest. Just look at how many users does Google Chrome has. Google Chrome has close to 3 billion users, right? So a system like this, whenever they are releasing a new update, how it makes sure that all those 3 billion users are using that up to date version. Now, in this process of understanding this, I did not find a common place where I could get all this information or most of the information in depth. So I had to read a couple of blogs, lot of articles, watched a lot of videos. So this is my attempt of putting everything that I have, all the information that I have gathered from all those resources in one place in the form of playlist. Again, this is my version of all the information that I have gathered. Now if you want to drill down more, I am going to attach the link of all those resources. I would recommend you guys to go and check out them. Okay. Now, coming back to this thing, if you if you're running Google Chrome and you're releasing a new version, and you want to make sure that all the users are using or that latest version, how would you design it? How would your system look like? The easiest way that can come to my mind is that whenever I'm going to release a new update, whenever I'm going to have a new release, I'll publish it somewhere so that people will know, maybe in newspaper, online blog, or somewhere, or in the form of YouTube video, that a new release has, we have a new release. Okay. Or user will go find the new release link and then download it and then install it, right? But what the other way could be, there could be some users, they cannot wait for this video or online blog. They'll just go like once a week, or yeah, once every day they'll go and check on this website and see if there is an update. They are going to download it and install it, right? But how many users did we see? We have close to 3 billion users, right? So we cannot expect all those 3 billion users to go check every day for an update, and if there is an update, install it. So this seems to be a good solution, but this cannot work for a system which is having close to 3 billion users. So we need to think of something. What can we think of? The first thing that is coming to my mind is just take this burden off the user. How can we take the burden off the user? In whatever task this user is doing, I can assign this task or create a system that is doing exactly the same thing. Okay, let me create and this system, what we can call this system, we can call it like software update, as it is offloading this update thing, right? We can call it software update system, right? And this system is taking care of now repeatedly. This user at regular interval were asking this Chrome website for an update. Now at regular interval, this check for update from this, right? Check for update from this Chrome website. Okay. And if there is a new release, just download it, and where it is going to and install at user system. Now we want to install this software at user system, so we can have this system run on the user's machine, right? So let me put a sign here, right? Now this how yeah okay, it is not moving. Okay. Now this seems to be a solution, right? But what do we call it? This is called as automatic update. This is automatically updating. Now one more thing that I want to, or one more word that I want to highlight here, is that how it is offloading. It is offloading, or it is working in background. And why it is important? For example, if the user is browsing, I cannot stop this user experience and then trigger and ask for update, right? So this software update system needs to work silently in background so that it does not hamper the user experience browsing the internet, right? So this works in background and asks works in background, right? Works in background, right? So and yeah, works in background. So to sum up, what we have discussed is, there is a system that works in background and silently asks for update. If there is an update, it just downloads it and then install it at user's machine, right? So this seems to solve the problem, where the why, because the user is not bothered about it, right? Also, when is it going to install it? Is it going to install it when the user is browsing the internet, like I am recording this video? No. So it install at the time of relaunch or restart of the Chrome browser, right? So it installed now. At the moment it has got this download link, so when the user is going to relaunch or restart, it is going to install or apply those that update. Okay, so this is how our problem seems to look like being solved, right? Now this system is called as belonging Google software update. Okay, so let me change it to Google software update, right? So as I've talked, what this Google software update is, Google software update is a program, and this program gets installed when we are installing Google Chrome for the first time. Along with that, so is a program to install require requested software and keep it up to date and running in the background without your knowledge on your computer. Okay, now yes. Yes. Okay. Now we have understood the system. Do we want to understand more? Yes, because I've talked about, right. I wanted to understand this whole process in depth. So there is like more to it. This system, can we see this system at our running on our system? We can. And since it is such an important or such a complex or such a good system, Google actually released an open source version of it called Omaha, Google Omaha, which you can use on your own project. Okay, now it has a Git repository. Again, it is not a official Google product. It is an open source product by Google, and something similar is being used by Google to update Google Earth, Google Chrome, and other softwares. Okay, so you can use it actually. And one more funny thing is that it is being Omaha, something similar is being used by Microsoft also. It is somewhere mentioned, I have yeah. So yes. So now we have, if we want to use it or something similar, we do not have to go, and if we want to have something similar for our project, we are not going to go and obviously we can, but we have something similar called Google Omaha that we can use, and that can facilitate us this automatic update. Okay, but is it all about this Google Omaha, or is it all about this software update, or is it only taking care of downloading or checking at regular interval and downloading and installing? I would say let's wait more. Let's understand what this install, or what can go wrong here, or what can be bad here. Let's look at the number of lines of code we have in Chrome. We have almost 6.7 lines, million lines of code. Now Google is releasing a new update. The update package size is going to be in megabytes, right? And there are going to be users serving internet at low bandwidth. So can we expect them to up to date, or can we, if we are releasing like twice a version once a week, can we expect users with low bandwidth to update uh, that heavy package, download it and install it? No, right? A comparison algorithm called Google Courgette. Let me show it to you. So it has a algorithm called Google Courgette. Now this comparison algorithm makes sure, for example, we have an update. This is an official documentation, right? So we have full update of 10 megabytes, right? And before this Courgette, Google was using a comparison algorithm called binary diff. And with binary diff, it managed to reduce the size of this package to this release package to 704 kb. But with Courgette, it managed to reduce the size further to 30%, which is 78 kb, right? How does it work? I've read this, I don't understand much, but what I've understood is that it compares the source code, not the binary. So if you want to drill down more and understand how does it work, you can read this blog. Okay, so it managed to reduce the size 30% smaller, further smaller, by from this BSDIF algorithm. Okay, now why are we even using this algorithm? I did not talk about that, right? So this suppose we have a version 1.0, okay, and we have a version 2.0, a new version. So what this Courgette is going to do, it is going to compare and then see this is the existing version, the new version, that there are these many changes, this blue and this orange one. So it is going to take out those changes only, and then going to create a patch out of it, the new features, right? So we don't have to go and download the 10 MB package. This Omaha is going to create a patch out of it, and then download and then put it, right? So no, sorry, not this Omaha. So yeah, so this is how this patching works, and this is how we can make sure the users even with low bandwidth can update frequently also, and we can have a flawless and smooth update process. Okay, now coming on to how this process works, we have understood in depth. But if I want to drill down more and see, can I locate, can I see this update process running on my system? The answer to this is yes. Since I'm running this or making this video on Mac OS, so I'll be showing it on Mac OS, but you can see this something similar on even on Windows. Open your task manager on Windows and search for Google update.exe. You will see it, and this is responsible for installing and downloading and installing the latest version. um, yes, yeah, downloading and installing the latest version, you can see it here also. Okay. um, Now on Mac OS, can we see something similar? On Mac OS, we will not see something similar. On Mac OS, it is done by launch daemons. It is done by launch daemons. uh, so if I want to show you, you can go to your, see, yeah, you can go to your uh, yeah, so you can, what you can do is, you can go to your update activity match, sorry, you can go to your system log and check for Google software update and see if there is any entry with that. If there is any entry, you take it as that Google software update is running in background silently, seeking for updates, right? But now if you cannot wait for the logs and wants to see if how it works, wants to see the a software or name something running on your system, you can go to or follow what is written here. You can go to your finder, go to your directory, go to the library section, and then find launch daemons. Anything with launch daemons? uh, are you seeing anything with launch daemons? Yes, launch agents and launch daemons. There is a difference between launch daemon and launch agents, but I'll talk about it later. But if you see, there are a couple of files. There is this file called com.google.updater.wake.system.plist, right? So it is a configuration file, property list file, which which takes care of triggering the Google update server at regular interval. We can see the interval section here at 3600 seconds, which is like every once every hour. So we tend to understand that we have something in our system running. uh, on Mac, we can see it using the launch daemons, which is set to run once every hour and trigger this software, okay, for an update. On Windows, we can see in the task manager that there is something like Google update.exe running, okay, and which triggers this Google update server, Chrome server, for an update. If it finds, creates the patch, download it, and then install it, and then install it on our system at relaunch or restart time. Okay, so this is how this whole update process work like. In the next video, we are going to understand how to actually if you have to go and create something like that for on your own, like a process, like which is triggering something at regular interval. So in next video, we are going to go and create a custom launch daemon on Mac for Mac OS.